Hello, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be looking at Service StabiliTrak light meaning, symptoms, fix, and reset guide. The Service StabiliTrak notice on your dashboard indicates that the StabiliTrak system, a form of traction control included as standard in automobiles, has failed. The Service StabiliTrak warning light might be caused by an input sensor, a faulty controller, or a damaged connection. But before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and share this video. What does Service StabiliTrak mean? You're not alone if you're unclear about what Service StabiliTrak means or what it implies for your car. According to the Service StabiliTrak notice, it is a sort of traction control featured as a standard safety feature in all automobiles that have malfunctioned. These are some of the probable causes of the Service StabiliTrak warning indicator light: a controller that is broken or dysfunctional, an unreliable connection. The fundamental difficulties and on and off processes of the StabiliTrak system may vary amongst cars. Before we can decipher the significance behind the Service StabiliTrak notice, we must first comprehend StabiliTrak's function in driving and overall safety. StabiliTrak was first used for General Motors' electronic stability control, escape, system, a typical safety feature and traction control in all GM vehicles. Since then, StabiliTrak has become a generic word for traction control systems, DCS, featured in many automobiles, including Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet, and Volkswagen. So the Service StabiliTrak is a system that has to work correctly to avoid any road problems. General Motors' Service StabiliTrak, the brakes, for example, are used by GM's StabiliTrak to restrict wheel slip and change the vehicle's direction. It can even detect when the driver has lost control of the car. Thanks to this early identification, the technology can swiftly combine engine power and brake pressure to avert accidents. Chevy Service StabiliTrak, a steering wheel position sensor controls Chevrolet's StabiliTrak system. The location of the steering wheel is compared to the vehicle's actual steering reaction. You can alter the brake or engine torque based on what the Chevrolet StabiliTrak system senses. The driver keeps control of the car and keeps it on the road. How does StabiliTrak work? If the Service StabiliTrak is not working right, it is exceedingly unsafe to drive on slick roadways. A driver might easily lose control of their car with just one false action. Stability control systems were developed to prevent vehicles from veering in the car's position. StabiliTrak expands on this notion by giving the driver more control over their vehicle. It's a mechanism that may operate in a fraction of a second and assist you in avoiding a spin-out or an accident. StabiliTrak is always on and monitoring you when driving, keeping you in control and on the road. You'll be significantly safer in a car with StabiliTrak active on icy roads and tight turns. What does Service StabiliTrak mean on GMC terrain? The Service StabiliTrak notice is one of the most prevalent problems with a GMC terrain or any recent GM car. StabiliTrak is one of the most unique and crucial safety systems on a GM car. StabiliTrak is meant to help you avoid accidents by improving your terrain control. When a lack of lateral traction is detected, your terrain will no longer be aided if you have a Service StabiliTrak warning. Service StabiliTrak is a vehicle stabilization system developed by General Motors. It operates by detecting whether or not the car is appropriately reacting to your input in emergency scenarios by utilizing a complicated set of sensors. It utilizes this information to apply a precise brake or lower engine power to rectify the slip and bring your terrain back on track. What causes the StabiliTrak light to come on? Although the StabiliTrak system includes the steering wheel, brakes, and traction systems, a few issues cause the Service StabiliTrak light to illuminate outside these areas. The StabiliTrak light on your automobile may turn on for various reasons. These are some of the reasons. Connection issues. The Service StabiliTrak connection can occasionally fail due to damage to the GM LAN communication line. GM LAN communication cables are wiring harnesses insulated by a plastic jacket extending to the transmission mechanism. The gearbox has a heat shield attached to protect the wiring and crucial gearbox components. However, when the plastic is subjected to high temperatures over a lengthy period, it might become brittle and separated. Input sensor. Service StabiliTrak's most common reason for warning notifications on the dashboard is a power outage. These malfunctioning sensors might be linked to wheel speed, steering angle, or turn rate. The problem should be rectified by having your local repair facility replace the problematic sensor with your model as soon as possible. Damaged controller, a malfunctioning powertrain control module, PCM, might be to blame in this case. The Service StabiliTrak system is enabled when the electronic sensor in each wheel communicates with the PCM concerning stability and steering performance. This is critical in the event of severe disaster weather. Signs and symptoms of StabiliTrak light problems. When you have issues with StabiliTrak, you will typically notice a few telltale warning indications. Here are a few to keep an eye out for. Erratic steering. Your StabiliTrak may fail if your wheel starts moving when you are not twisting it or pressing the accelerator. If the wheel moves erratically when you try to steer, there could be a problem with the control unit. Acceleration that is inconsistent or vague. If you push the accelerator pedal and nothing occurs, something is amiss with your StabiliTrak system. Check whether your car is in limp home mode, activated when the system senses a problem. Your car may accelerate slowly and not as you anticipated. If the engine starts, but the wheels do not turn, your StabiliTrak is most likely broken and has to be repaired. Unusual sounds. StabiliTrak might be an issue if you hear odd noises, notably rubbing or grinding. When the system fails, some drivers report hearing whirring sounds. You may take your automobile to a repair shop and have it inspected by specialists. How to reset Service StabiliTrak light. The StabiliTrak caution light on the instrument panel normally illuminates. This might result from software or computer failure, which you can fix by pushing the StabiliTrak button or following the technique outlined above for your vehicle. It could be the result of a system fault that must be fixed. Because warning lights are your truck's only way of expressing problems, you must do the required diagnostic tests before attempting to reset any warning light. After you've finished the diagnostic check, use this procedure to reset the StabiliTrak light. Step 1: How to reset Service StabiliTrak light. Due to current weather conditions, the system may be deactivated if the StabiliTrak button is hit manually. Step 1: Turn the hand wheel clockwise in the first step. If it turns off, the car does not need servicing. Otherwise, proceed to the next step. Step 2, turn the car off. Step 3, pause for 15 seconds. Step 4, start the car. The car no longer needs repair if the DIC notification vanishes. If the notice continues, get help from your local dealer or a professional repair shop. How do I fix the Service StabiliTrak warning? Service StabiliTrak errors indicate that there is an issue. Sometimes, StabiliTrak can be fixed by turning the basic engine ignition. Switch off your car and stop. Allow your vehicle to sit for about 20 seconds. The notification should disappear when you turn on the standby car. If the Service StabiliTrak doesn't go away at this point, you should consult an auto mechanic. How do I reset my ABS and traction control light? The ABS light represents your anti-lock brake system. If things become wild, this device will pump your brakes to save your ride from falling into an uncontrollable skid. The ABS light should illuminate if something is amiss with the system. You're probably wondering how to reset your ABS dashboard light once you've fixed the problem with your ABS, if there is one. Follow these procedures to reset the dashboard warning light. Step 1, disconnect your automobile battery's positive wire. Hold the brake pedal down to deplete the vehicle's electrical system. The car's central computer will be reset as a result of this. To restore electricity, reconnect the cord. This should reset the light if there is no other issue with the system. Step 2, you may need to replace the ABS sensor if the light turns on after the reset. Unscrew the sensor's housing, which should be affixed to the wheel hub, and unplug the cable. Install a new sensor after that. You may need to use the procedure above to reset the computer. Step 3, if the light continues to illuminate, you should examine the issue with an OBD code reader since the car still feels a problem warranting the light. If you don't have an OBD code reader, take your car to a mechanic to get the issue examined and fixed. What are the symptoms of a bad StabiliTrak? The traction control safety feature will be disabled if the traction control module is not functioning properly. Keeping control of the car may be more challenging in bad weather. The Service StabiliTrak warning indicator light on the dashboard may be illuminated, and the StabiliTrak may be turned on or off. Below are some of the symptoms on how to detect a bad StabiliTrak. In conclusion, the vehicle's Service StabiliTrak alerts inform you that it needs care. StabiliTrak technology protects drivers from wheel slippage and avoids accidents on uneven roads as a standard safety feature. The most typical cause of the Service StabiliTrak warnings is that the input sensors malfunction or that a controller fault interferes with the delivery of power to the wheels, preventing them from successfully gripping surfaces. Now that you know how to switch off StabiliTrak, we've tried to make the operation as simple as possible. You won't need any more hands than your own, but remember to follow the safety precautions. This is all we've got in today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and share this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.